Hi there guys, so today I'm back with another vlog here, and as you can see I'm outdoors, and this is the Humberstone area of Leicester, and I wanted to sort of take you guys on a dive in, or shall I say a sort of a descriptive based video about the church right next to me and what it means and the history to my understanding. So looking here, we've got the memorial walk stone here, and if you zoom into it, what it actually says is trees in memory of those who walked this land before us, which was laid here 2005. Now whenever I see this, like if I go on a walk and I'm in a park or a nature reserve place, it reminds me of, the people that once walked around the earth that I'm stood right here, so this specific place, and what they have done to build the foundations of the people that now live here and call home. I mean myself, I live very close to this place, and it's beautiful to know that hundreds or thousands of years ago, people actually paved the way here, and that was probably on horses, on buggies, on different things. So they actually went out their way to create a comfortable living space for the coming future people. So yeah, so let's walk down here. If you look here, you can see the trees are overgrown to the backside of the church, so they overlap the old ancient bricks or stones. And I don't think they've been changed at all for good hundreds of years over here. So it looks completely foreshadowed by, I'm not sure which type of tree that is, but it's a very, probably a, unique, more British sort of tree here. But I'll look into that one day. I'll have more information and I'll give you lot a deeper sort of meaning to everything. But as we look here, it's just so natural, the colouring of the trees. Even the gates here have stood here for a long time. Like if I look here, I'd say these gates have been here for 100 years, maybe even more. And they've of course rusted over time. When it was first built, it was probably good green colour, and the passage itself isn't too wide, so it's literally used for people to walk by, come to the church, and there's a graveyard right at the front as well, so I'll take you around. So the bricks here, if you have a look over here, the bricks are so ancient, and the formations that they're in as well. Like this one is thick, this one's thin, this one is thick, these one are the slabs that are under, and it looks so rich, ancient, Victorian era style. And I believe things like this should always be preserved. We shouldn't get rid of old value sort of stones. We should just keep them here for as long as possible to appreciate where they come from, the hard work that the people before us have done, and just giving the touch of Humberstone to the area that actually is Humberstone. So there's no point trying to upgrade this. I always thought it's nice to have a modern style sort of fencing here, but it would get rid of the actual meaning, and the land itself is rich and we should just keep it as that. But follow me along here. We've got the stoning here, so it surrounds the church from the back end. And as you can see, the leaves have overgrown it. I'm sure there was a lot more, but they of course keep it groomed. And the trees behind it, there's actually a gate right behind the stone right here. And it's a thin sort of fencing. And you can see the trees have grown past it, above it, in all ways. And it just goes to show that they've kept it to their sort of richness of culture, but also grooming it and trying to not get rid of history itself. So that's important. But then over here, it joins the newer versions of bricks here. So the modern style bricks meet the old school culture of bricklaying and stoning. And personally, I prefer the old one, because the new one over here, it just gets rid of history. There's parts where they both meet again over here, and I could just imagine, over the years, 100 years or so, it could have weathered down, it could have, not been as sturdy as before. So for health and safety reasons, I 100% understand this. And it just sort of makes the church stand firm regardless. So even though it's not rich in look architecture wise, it still keeps it firm. So understand, of course, that they need to maintain it. But over here, the church itself, if you put the camera towards the actual church here, so I don't know what this part or section is called, it's just beautiful. It's got the color of grey, and it's been stood there, if I remember right, since 15 something, so at least 500 plus years it's been stood here. And when it was first built, I imagine it was in the charcoal greyish sort of color, and over the years, with all the weather and all sorts of conditions, it still managed to stand here and look as beautiful as ever. And you can see that pipework there, that's been added on. The windows got a sort of a fencing protection style right behind the church's colour of what you can see if the camera picks it up. And the doors are what actually makes this look very, if you come around here, the doors is what makes it so ancient, and it gives you that feeling of the Victorian times where the doors would have the little knocking mechanism right there. So you just go on it and you knock it like that, and I suppose two sort of guards would have come and opened it, and the church bells would be ringing. The atmosphere would be full of just crisp, raw, old English style churches here. Now, the graveyard right in front of it isn't your sort of your new school graveyards where it's rather large, holding a lot of bodies. This is more so a community style church graveyard. Now, the graveyard here, so I believe the people that live here, people that used to attend the church are buried here, maybe even priests, popes and so forth. And they've actually been laid to rest here for hundreds of years. Now, I was walking around, it's closed now, but I was walking around a week ago or so, and I saw the dates on there. The dates ranges from 1700s to 1800s, and the actual headstones of the graves here vary as well. So the ones with the cross here and the ones with the headstone of the slab, clearly they've got different meanings. So the person could be involved more so to do with the community or a member of the church itself, whereas the ones with the slab could be a normal person that would maybe attend here, or a relative of somebody that would attend here. And also the differences could be the age ranging. So somebody that passed maybe 200 years ago could have a different style headstone, of course, compared to somebody that passed maybe 60 or 70 years ago. So that itself is interesting, and maybe one day I will, when I have permission to go inside, I'll get a footage of inside and the graveyard itself. But the Humberstone area here is rich of history, and it's so important that we cherish it, look back and think of how they actually came about to building each and one of these stones here, the buildings, how it works, the management over the years, the church people here, how they take care of it, and just diving in. So this is the Humberstone